Hello, hello. How's everybody doing on this Monday? Let me get into my computer. Okay, let me find you all. Let me meet up with you. There we are. I've got about 3 layers on. I'm sure those of you that live north of me are colder than I am. Make sure you can hear me. Let's see here. Let me see. Let me turn up my volume. Yep, you can hear me. You can see me. Hey, Donna, thank you. Hey, Virginia. Yeah, this is chapstick weather, hand lotion weather, hoodie weather, several hoodies. I got like one hoodie, another hoodie. I got a heavy t-shirt on. I still have my shoes on because I'm not ready to take them off just yet. How's everybody doing on this Monday, January 19th? I'm Kim Knapp, your coach here at the K Factor Fitness and Health for Life, where we are doing our 31-day balance challenge, and today is day 19. If you're interested in joining us and you want to go back to day number 1, go to our K Factor YouTube channel and pull up the playlist, and you will see day 1 through 18 up there. So you can just start at the beginning and catch up with us. So today's day 19. Margaret, hi. Donna, we have a very, very bad storm just hit minutes ago. No driving. Wow. Wow. Be safe. Stay home. Follow what they say. Do what they say. Stay off the roads. I've got my hot tea. I'm going to take a sip. I mean, you can feel the heat. You can feel it going down. It feels so good. So today we're going to go back to our warm up on the floor, and then we're going to take it to the yoga mat. Again, if you have a yoga mat or any kind of pillow or pad that you can use for your unstable surface, go ahead and get it ready, get it out. Make sure you have a chair handy to help you. And because you want to be near something to steady yourself, right? All right. Yeah, I'm on a concrete floor. It's pretty cold in here. Actually, we have sunshine, so the sun always helps. There's nothing better than sitting in a car in the sunshine when it's cold out. Like the heat from the windows and sitting in the car feels so good. All right, so today, day 19. Yesterday we introduced standing on an unstable surface, and we're going to do the same thing again today. We're going to focus on our transitions from the floor to the pillow, because as you know, most in real life, when we're out walking around, we'll go from a stable surface to an unstable surface. And have you ever walked down a sidewalk, and you know how they use those weed whackers and they dig a trench along the concrete of the sidewalk between the lawn and the sidewalk? Sometimes I've walked and got my foot kind of sideways off the sidewalk and into that little crevice. And I mean, it can throw you off balance real quick if you're not paying attention. Or even walking along a curb. So you really do need to catch yourself. And we're moving, we're shifting, we're changing, our head is turning, there's lots going on. And so this 31-day balance challenge is just helping to reinforce how important it is to fine-tune your balance as you're over 50. Because if you don't use it, you lose it, and especially if you're not exercising regularly and your muscles aren't strong, and a lot of things contribute to our balance being off, which we discussed early on when we started this challenge, right? We talked about the inner ear, how certain medications can throw off your balance, how if you have numb feet or legs, just so many factors can throw off your balance. Hey, Natalie, glad you're here. So that's the purpose of this, is to just kind of hone in on where we're at with our balance and work on improving our balance. And we do that barefoot, so hopefully you have your shoes off, so that you can stand barefoot. So your ankles are your first line of defense. Have anybody ever rolled their ankle before? I have. Walking my dog, we had a really big dog and he was pulling me, and the sidewalk had a little bit of a decline where I was walking, and my foot slipped and my ankle, I just rolled totally on the side of my foot. My husband was behind me and he saw it happen and he was like, that looked really bad. Literally, I rolled right over on my ankle. But they're usually the first joint to react when you stumble is your ankle. And that's because you're stepping awkwardly from one surface to another, or you're moving on an uneven surface, or you get pulled or tugged or pushed. And that's why ankle mobility and strength are critical for balance and fall prevention. So that's why we changed up our exercises too on our warm-up. So let's do a little bit of warm-up here. Let's do a little bit of warm-up. You want to get into position, chest out, shoulders back, chin up, feet are hip width apart. And let's just go ahead and shift our weight to our right foot, right leg, weight is loaded. Come back to center. Shift your weight to the left leg. There should be hardly any weight on your right foot. Everything should be on the left. Come back to center. Shift to the right. Back to center. Shift to the left. Back to center. Let's do one more. Shift to the right, all the weight on that right leg. Shift to center, weight is evenly distributed on both feet. Shift to the left, weight is all on that left leg. And come back to center. Good. Now, again, we're going to shift, but we're going to go front and back. So let's shift our weight to the heels of our feet. Come back to center. Shift your weight to the ball of the foot and toes. Come back to center. Shift your weight to the heel. Come back to center. Shift your weight to the ball of the feet. Come back to center. One more rep. Back on the heels. Come back to center. And back on the ball of the feet and the toes. And come back to center. Good job. Shake it out. Shake it out. Now, let's go ahead and I had a little brain lapse there. I'm thinking march. No, we got to do the hover. We got to do the hover. I was thinking march. I was like, wait, we don't march yet. We got to hover. All right, so we're going to load all our weight on our left leg, and we're going to pick up our right foot and hover. 1, 2, 3, and put the right foot down. Now you're going to load all your weight on that right leg and hover with the left. 1, 2, 3, put it down. Weight on the left foot, hover with the right. Put it down. Shift your weight to the right leg, hover with the left foot. Put it down. Let's shift to the left leg, hover with the right foot. Put it down. Shift your weight to the right leg, hover with the left foot. and put it down. We're going to do that one more time. Shift to the left leg, all your weight on the left, hover with the right, put it down. Last rep. Weight on the right foot, right leg, lift that left foot up and put it down. Good job. Now we're going to do our slow marching. Here we go. Let's slow march. Again, your knee up level with your hip. Knee level with the hip. Good. And breathing. Again, chest out, shoulders back. Keep that chin up. No need to look down. No need to look down. Just focus on something. And bring up those knees. Again, when we lift our legs up, we're working our core, working those lower abs. Lower abs right here, the weakest muscles on most people because we sit all the time. Lift those knees. Good. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Now, I want you to get your chair out or hold on to the kitchen counter or whatever you've got nearby, your wall. We're going to do some ankle rotations, so we're going to rotate counterclockwise, so just lift up your right leg. Your left leg is bearing weight, right, but you're holding on to something. And we're just going to rotate our ankle in a big circle, leading with the big toe, and just make a big old circle with your foot counterclockwise. Good. Good. Now let's go the other way, clockwise. All right. Go ahead and relax that leg. We're going to shift legs now. We're going to do the same thing with the left foot. Raise up that leg. Let's go counterclockwise, about 10 circles. Good. Now let's go clockwise for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. All right, let's come back to center, shake it out. Now we're going to hip flex our foot up and down, up and down. So load up all your weight on that left leg, hold on to something, point your toe down to the floor, and then flex it up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Left leg, point your toes down and then flex them up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. Go ahead and get your pad out, your yoga mat. Somebody yesterday used a kitchen mat. You know, you can buy those real spongy mats you can put in front of your sink. She was using that. So this is really spongy here. So what we're going to do, and make sure you've got your chair. Who's with us? Oh, we got Ann here. Hi, Ann. Glad you stopped in. Glad you're with us. All right, so you can keep your chair handy. Now what we're going to do on the mat, and you can kind of feel the difference from being on the floor. I certainly appreciate it. It's a little more warmth for my feet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just do some movements on the mat again. So shift your weight to the right foot. Come back to center. Shift your weight to the left foot. And come back to center. Shift your weight to the heels. Come back to center. Shift your weight on the ball of the feet and toes. And come back to center. Good job. Now, I want you to stand sideways, or 1 foot on the mat, 1 foot on the floor. And we're going to, and of course, have your chair nearby you if you need it in front. So what we're going to do is get a feel, a sensory here. So I want you to load all your weight on your left leg, the leg that's on the floor, and hover with your right foot. Hover over the mat. Now put your right foot down on the mat. Load your right leg on the mat. Load it with all your weight and hover with your left. Put that left foot back down. Did you feel the difference? Shift your weight to the left foot that's on the hard floor. Hover with the right. Put your right foot down on the mat. Load all your weight on your right foot and pick up the left and hover. You feel the difference in how your ankle was working from the stable to the unstable surface? Now let's do that with the other leg. So now my left foot is on the mat and my right foot is on the hard floor. So load your weight on your right foot, your right leg, pick up that left foot, put it back down on the mat. Now load all your weight on that left leg and foot and hover with your right. Put your weight down. Load the right leg and foot, hover with the left. Put your left foot down on the mat. Load your weight on your left leg and foot and hover with the right and put it down. Do you feel the difference there? It feels really, for me, in my ankle, I can feel it. I can feel the nervous system. And you know, everything's on fire, talking to the brain. Don't let her fall, don't let her fall, don't let her fall. Keep her standing upright, keep her standing upright. I'm just checking the chat here to make sure that I haven't missed any questions. Sometimes y'all will write a question and I miss it, so I just want to make sure that I see it all. And again, especially when you're on the mat, there's a temptation to kind of look down, but you don't need to look down. Just kind of keep your eyes focused, looking straight ahead, and paying attention to what's up ahead. Now, what we're going to do on the mat, both feet on the mat, and you know how we did tightrope walking not too long ago? Well, we're going to go ahead and do a toe to heel, but just stand on the mat. Stand on the mat, toe to heel. We're not walking though, we're just going to stay just like this in balance on the mat. You feel that? Once you find your center of gravity, you can kind of get your groove on and sit into it and stay there. But just hold that. Okay, come back to center, shake it out, come off the mat, You feel the difference? Do it on the hard surface, heel to toe. Heel to toe on the hard floor, and hold. Now, take that same stance and do it on your mat. And remember, if you need your chair, use your chair. Heel to toe on the mat. You can use your arms if you want to help yourself balance. Lock those eyes in on something. Woo! Yeah. All right, come off the mat and shake it out. Whew. I don't know why, but I always get, my heart rate gets up a little bit when I do that. All right, our last movement. We're going to balance on one foot. So first of all, let's do it on the floor. So I'll just stand right here on the hard floor. You can do whichever foot you want to start with. So I'm going to start on my right foot. We're going to balance on one leg. So you're going to pick up the other foot. You do you. You pick which foot you want to start off on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good job. Shift your weight to the other foot. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, shake it out. Now we're going to take it up to the mat. Up to the mat. Shake it out. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pick up your foot. Good job. Shift to the other leg. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. All right. And that's it for today, y'all. How did you do? How'd you do? How are you doing balancing on one foot? Give me some feedback. Are you holding on to something? Are you able to do it without holding on to something? How does your ankle feel? Between the floor and the mat, doing the tightrope stance or balancing on one foot. Give me some feedback. How's everybody doing? You see how important it is to gradually, slowly build up to standing on one foot. Because it's not so much how long you can stand on one foot. You know, we're only doing it for like 15 seconds. But to understand the feeling, being on a hard surface and going to the padded pillow and the difference. And how your ankle and your feet, your toes, your legs, your glutes, your core, everything's all connected. And it's all working together to keep us from falling down. Your toes want to grip when you're on the mat. Yeah, mine do the same thing. Mine do this exact same thing. You're getting more stable, Angela. Very good. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you for sharing, Donna. Natalie says she's doing good, not holding on to anything. And you like bare feet, and that might be why. Yeah, I agree. Shifting feet and cooking dinner at the same time. Oh, there you go. That's what you call habit stacking. You're habit stacking, Anne. That's how to do it. Elizabeth says she's doing better gradually. Very good. And it's definitely a difference with two different surfaces. Yes, for sure. For sure. And that's why I always talk about when you're lifting and lowering dumbbells, you should be wearing shoes where you can kind of feel the floor and lock in and feel the ground under you. And when you're wearing really padded, cushy shoes like running shoes and you're lifting and lowering dumbbells, you don't get the same feeling, sensory feeling. And that's why I like to wear my barefoot shoes when I work out in the gym, or my weightlifting shoes. Donna says she's not holding on. Very good, very good. Virginia says she's not holding on to anything. She's barefoot most of the time. You practice while you brush your teeth. That's exactly right. I do the same thing. When I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm at the grocery store, when I'm cooking dinner and I'm waiting for something to happen, like if I'm sauteing onions and garlic and something like that, and I'm just standing there, I'll stand there and stir, and I'll just stand on one foot. Then I'll shift legs and stand there. Sometimes I have slippers on. We have a tile floor, so if it's cold, I'll have slippers on. But most of the time I'm barefoot or in flip-flops, but most of the time I'm barefoot. So congratulations, everybody. Appreciate the feedback. Keep me posted on how everybody's doing. Tomorrow, I'll be right back here. Tomorrow, we are going to be day 20. Can you believe we've been doing this for 20 days? Or tomorrow, it'll be 20 days of balance work. So we're going to keep moving on. Onward and upward, as they say. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Yeah, that's us. We are not falling down. And we may wobble a lot, but that's okay. That's okay. Progress, not perfection. Everybody, I'll see you right back here tomorrow, 11:55 a.m. We start back at high noon for the 31-day K-Factor Balance Challenge. I'm Kim Knapp, and I help you get what you want. And I'll see everybody right back here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, and stay warm. Stay warm. Bye, everybody.